just replacing a fleet. It's not just any project. It is next-gen Acela.
For years, Amtrak's next-gen Acela sat quietly in rail yards to be tested, refined, and waiting for the right moment to roll onto the tracks. Commuters caught glimpses of them from passing platforms, wondering when the promise of faster, smoother travel would finally arrive. Now, that moment has come. A promise of a new era of high-speed rail in America with the aim to bring greater speed, comfort, and modern design to one of the nation's busiest corridors has been fulfilled. Now, with an official launch date, it is finally here, and we'll look more closely at it in today's episode of Great Trainspeed. So, what's actually new aboard the next-gen Acela? Beyond the sleek visuals and the marketing fanfare, this train represents a cornerstone in Amtrak's strategic transformation, from simply being a rail operator to functioning more like a hotel on wheels. Under the leadership of Executive Vice President and Chief Commercial Officer Elliot Hamlisch, the project aligns with broader upgrades in infrastructure, customer experience, and digital convenience. That means freshly refurbished stations, enhanced onboard service, and improved digital tools, whether you're booking a seat, managing your itinerary, or navigating last-minute changes through the Amtrak app, website, or station kiosks. The exterior features a streamlined aerodynamic nose designed to slice through the air at high speeds, a bold white and deep blue livery accented by a vivid red stripe along the lower edge creates a sharp, dynamic profile. Large tinted windows stretch along the train's length, offering expansive views without disrupting its sleek silhouette. The prominent Acela logo, complemented by subtle geometric detailing near the doors, cements its status as the flagship of Amtrak's high-speed fleet.
These trains are amazing.
Stepping inside, the design continues to impress with a bright, contemporary atmosphere focused on passenger comfort. Business class cars are fitted with wide, ergonomic gray seats topped with blue headrests, providing generous legroom and personal space for work or relaxation. First-class cars offer an elevated experience, featuring plush gray seating with warm orange headrests and larger tables for dining or productivity. Connecting these spaces, the modern cafe car adds a burst of energy with its vibrant red counters, stainless steel accents, and open layout, an inviting stop for refreshments while traveling at top speed. When the new Acela enters service, it will run alongside the current Acela fleet during a gradual transition period. Passengers will soon see a clear option to choose the next-gen Acela when booking, giving them a chance to experience the next standard in U.S. high-speed rail. Inside, premium features set the tone. Free 5G Wi-Fi, personal power outlets and USB ports for every passenger, and individual reading lights. Wider winged headrests offer greater privacy and comfort, while larger bathrooms improve accessibility and ease. Hamlisch also confirmed that the rollout will extend beyond the train itself. At Washington Union Station, Amtrak will introduce a new, ticketed passenger waiting room designed to be both incredibly cool and comfortable, along with expanded dining options that go beyond the standard cafe fare. Initially, 5 brand new train sets will hit the rails, with more arriving through 2027. The story behind the fleet is just as significant. The next-gen Acela was assembled at Alstom's facility in Hornell, New York, by skilled machinist union workers, supporting roughly 15,000 U.S. jobs. If you haven't caught this story, in what can only be described as a blink and you will miss it moment, Amtrak briefly gave the public exactly what it had been waiting for: a firm launch date for the long-delayed next-gen Acela. For a project so often defined by shifting schedules, seeing May 2025 appear on the official webpage felt like a turning point. And then, just as quickly, it was gone. The page reverted to its more guarded phrasing, "Coming spring 2025. At the time, it seemed like yet another hedged promise. But that's no longer the case. This time, it's official.
If you ride the rails, you'll soon see something new on the tracks.
In the most recent internal exchange, Amtrak Executive Vice President and Chief Commercial Officer Elliot Hamlish sat down with Executive Vice President of Capital Delivery Laura Mason to discuss the train's debut. The result? A definitive announcement. The next-gen Acela will enter service on August 28th. That date marks not just a calendar milestone, but a symbolic one for Amtrak's high-speed ambitions.
Isn't just a train. It's the next chapter in modern rail travel.
Hamlish described the program as nothing less than a retraining of American travel habits and a reimagination of the passenger experience. His vision sees the new Acela not merely as an upgrade, but as a step change in how riders think about intercity rail. Mason agreed, calling it the new standard for rail travel in the United States. In her view, nothing Americans have ridden domestically comes close to what this train will offer, from its advanced rolling stock to its enhanced onboard amenities. The plan also shows improvements in future service. 28 brand new trains entering service through 2027, a 27% increase in seats per departure, and expanded weekday and weekend schedules. And this launch is only the opening chapter. In the months ahead, Amtrak will roll out the next wave of its modernization strategy, introducing the brand new Amtrak Aero trains across the Cascades, Northeast Regional, and East Coast routes. These trains are designed with energy efficiency and passenger comfort in mind, featuring panoramic windows, quieter cabins, and advanced propulsion systems to reduce emissions. Moreover, when Amtrak's Retrain travel campaign launched nationally on October 1st, 2024, it was more than just a marketing push. It was a direct challenge to how Americans thought about getting from point A to point B. In an era when air travel often meant cramped seats, long security lines, and inevitable delays, and long drives meant fatigue and endless stretches of highway, Amtrak invited travelers to rethink the journey itself. The message was simple. Train travel shouldn't be the necessary in-between, it should be the enjoyable part of the trip. Now, with the debut of the next-gen Acela on August 28th, Amtrak is delivering on that promise in full. The sleek high-speed train embodies every benefit the Retrain travel campaign touted, from comfort and capacity to efficiency and style. In other words, this isn't just a continuation of the campaign. It's the moment it becomes reality on the tracks. How do you feel about this change? Drop a 1 if you think it's effective, or a 0 if you have another idea. We'd love to hear your opinion.
We truly have reimagined what train travel should look and feel like in the United States.
Excitement was the dominant mood. Many rail enthusiasts greeted the update with pure joy. Finally, one wrote, while another couldn't contain themselves, "It's happening, it's happening, it's happening." For frequent riders weary of the old fleet's cancellations, the promise of a modern, reliable train was such good news. Others already had travel plans in mind. One commenter joked about booking a ticket just for fun after their busy season, while another marked August 28, 2025 as a big day for Amtrak and a milestone for U.S. passenger rail. The sentiment was clear. This is much needed and a game changer for American transit. Curiosity also found its place in the conversation. Beyond the cheers, some passengers zoomed in on the details, laughing at the old USB outlets in the current trains and wondering how food and drink cart service will work in the new setup. These practical questions hint at the everyday improvements riders hope to see alongside the headline upgrades. That's all for today's journey. Thanks for joining the ride. Until we meet again, stay safe, stay curious, and keep your eyes on the rails.